Bright Futures is a national health initiative led by the American Academy of Pediatrics, which, in their own words, provides theory-based and evidence-driven guidance for all preventive care screenings and well-child visits. This guidance includes a periodicity schedule, educational materials, and other recommendations and references designed to support medical homes in providing well-child care. PCC EHR users already have chart note protocols based on Bright Futures 3rd edition guidelines on their systems. With the release of Bright Futures 4th edition in late 2018, PCC has developed new protocols based on Bright Futures 4th edition. This video will walk you through the steps to get up and running with Bright Futures 4th edition based well-visit protocols. If you're interested in using Bright Futures 4th edition protocols, the first thing you need to do is contact your client advocate and let them know. PCC will then update your EHR with the basic Bright Futures 4 protocols, pre-visit questionnaires, and patient handouts. Once your client advocate populates PCC EHR with the Bright Futures 4 content, you'll have to customize the new protocols to meet your office's needs. First, open the protocol builder, and you'll see new Bright Futures protocols beginning with a BF4 prefix. If you open one, you can see all of these Bright Futures 4 based components that make up this protocol. While some important chart-wide components are automatically included in every protocol, there are some components that don't appear automatically that you'll need to add manually to the protocol. Let's add the vitals and vital notes components. And now let's edit that vitals component and add the specific vitals we'll want to see for this 11 to 14 year protocol. I also want to edit the vital notes component and change some settings here. First, I want this component to appear in the chart navigation to the left of my charts, so I'll change this anchor option to yes. And I want to change this filter setting. This controls the answer memory. For vital notes, I want answer memory to be based on the patient and not the provider who's entering the notes. Then I click Save. I also need to add and configure a follow-up orders component. I'm working on my 11 to 14 year visits, so I'll want to add routine follow-up in 1 year. I also need to add next visit and referral to items. I don't want this follow-up orders component at the top of my chart, so I'll drag it down to where I'd like it to be. Okay, we still have another component to add, the diagnoses component. Once we've added the diagnoses component, we need to edit it and add age-appropriate diagnoses to the component. I'll move this component as well. Just like any other protocol you set up, you'll need to configure the diagnoses, lab orders, screening orders, medical test orders, immunizations, and so forth to match the age range of the visit and your practice's particular workflow. If you need guidance, refer to the AAP's periodicity schedule. While we're here, I'll note that Bright Futures 4 comes with all new handouts and questionnaires that your client advocate will add to your system. If I open the Forms component, you see these pre-visit questionnaires and handouts for both patients and parents. Okay, and remember, while you're configuring protocols, you can always click the Preview button to see exactly what the protocol will look like. All of these new components have a BF4 prefix, but maybe you don't want that to appear on the navigation buttons in your chart notes. No problem. Just edit the anchor text for the components. I'll do a few of them now. And if I hit Preview, I can see that removing the prefix makes my navigation look a lot less cluttered. I would continue working in the protocol configuration tool, adjusting anchors, rearranging, adding or subtracting components until my protocol looks exactly how I'd like. Once you have each of the Bright Futures 4 protocols configured, you need to map these protocols to your visit reasons. This will set the new protocols as the default protocol for a given visit reason. First, open the protocol map. Let's make that protocol we just worked on the default protocol for our 10 to 11 year well visits, replacing the Bright Futures 3 based protocol we currently use. I'll double-click the row to edit the mapping, and I'll select that Bright Futures 4 11 through 14 year visits protocol. Remember, you can map your protocols per provider as well as having an office default. If Dr. Casey doesn't want to use this new protocol, you can set a different protocol just for them. Great. So once you've configured all your Bright Futures 4 protocols and mapped them to your visit reasons, you're ready to go. Alright, so that's a lot of configuration, but remember you only do this once, and then you'll have the Bright Futures 4 protocols and handouts available for all of your well visits. More detailed instructions about configuring protocols is available on learn.pcc.com, and if parts of the Bright Futures protocols don't work for your practice, change them. You can always edit, add, or remove components from protocols to meet the needs of you or your practice. For more information on Bright Futures, or for help with getting the Bright Futures 4 content into PCC EHR, contact your client advocate. Thanks for watching.